My fever had hit 105.8 degrees. In that blazing delirium, I saw Lily. She'd been gone for 3 years, but there she was, clear as day, telling me she needed 2 things: $10 billion and 8 male dancers, like the guys from Magic Mike. When I woke up, drenched in sweat, the first thought that hit me was, whatever the dead want, the dead will get. She put up with me all her life, put up with my poverty. She deserved to splurge a little in the afterlife. So I rolled my motorized wheelchair through piles of moldy pizza boxes and empty liquor bottles, then out the door. I had no clue where to buy male strippers made of paper, so I stopped by a party store, hoping to find a few Channing Tatum posters. On my way back, something metal slammed into the back of my head. A frying pan. You're not even jealous about this. Sam, you don't really love me. I looked up. Lily stood there, one hand on her hip, the other holding the pan, looking furious. Oh my God, I whispered, a ghost. So yeah, me and my ghost girlfriend, Lily, sat on the rooftop of our apartment building, eating Haribo gummies. Don't ask me how. Lily, I said, trying to sound calm, why don't you, go toward the light? Why are you still hanging around? She shot me a look cold enough to freeze coffee. Because I died before I ever got to spend a man's money, she said flatly. She popped a red gummy bear into her mouth. I'm bitter, Sam. I can't move on. I sighed. I told you. I'll burn $10 billion in hell money for you. I want it now, she screamed, her voice echoing unnaturally in the night air as she shoved another handful of gummies in her mouth. See, we ghosts can eat real food, she said, chewing loudly, which means we can spend real money too. She grabbed me by my filthy t-shirt. I want it now, Sam. No more empty promises. If you don't, I swear I'll crawl out of your TV like that girl from The Ring and scare you to death. A literal debt-collecting ghost, but I don't have any money. Then go earn some, she roared. She wasn't wrong. I lost my legs, but now my mind. I've been drowning in misery for 3 years since she died. My life, a living hell. No more running. I started cleaning up. I cleared out the trash. Pizza boxes, bottles, mountains of garbage I'd hoarded for years. I combed my tangled hair, put on the only suit I had left, and started applying for jobs online. What choice did I have? I had a ghost creditor to feed. I'm a doctor, a PhD. Once, I was the head of surgery at a top hospital. Now I'm disabled, but not broken. I had to get back to work. People love a tragedy. It didn't take long before I was hired as a medical lecturer at university. My first day was a circus. Lily was the one pushing my wheelchair down the sidewalk like a maniac. The students gawked. Damn, Professor Sam's ride is faster than our e-bikes. One of them muttered. Lily, invisible to everyone else, shouted in my ear, move it, and shoved me so hard I crashed into a student's backpack, sending the kid flying. Class was even worse. Lily haunted the aisles. If a student scrolled through Instagram, she'd crawl into their phone to ring style and give them a jump scare. If anyone nodded off, she'd blow an icy chill down their neck to jolt them awake. With Lily around, we didn't even need air conditioning that summer. That night, she buried her face in a bucket of spicy buffalo wings, saying she felt guilty for taking my money without contributing, so she'd help maintain classroom discipline. She also declared every male student below standard, still sharp as ever. In the middle of her devouring a wing, someone kicked open my apartment door. What's that smell? Buffalo wings. Living large, huh? Looks like you still got some cash, document. I didn't even need to look. Lou, Lily's father, ever since she died, his visits to collect debt had become a ritual. He needed money, and I, twisted as it sounds, needed punishment. After all, it was my fault. I don't have any money left, I muttered. I just started working, haven't even been paid yet. Lou ignored me, rummaging for my crappy apartment. He flipped my dirty mattress and found an old jar under my pillow. Inside, $27.50. He dumped it into his pocket. I thought he'd leave. He didn't. He pulled out a handheld metal detector, like airport security. I know you're hiding gold somewhere, he grumbled. When he waved it under the bed, the damn thing beeped. Lou groaned, bent down, and dragged out a small velvet box. He opened it. Inside was a diamond ring, glinting like a guilty little hope. His eyes lit up. Knew it. You were hiding the good stuff. You can't take that. I yelled, trying to roll my chair forward, but he was already on his feet. Lou spat on the freshly cleaned floor. "You think you get to decide, huh?" he growled. "I'll take whatever I want. What are you gonna do about it, cripple?" Before I could answer, Lily appeared, fully visible. She flew up and slapped her father across the face. The sound cracked through the room, sharp and terrifyingly real. "You dare insult my husband," she roared, her voice no longer human, but something straight out of hell. "You sick old man. Do you want to die tonight?" Lily darted across the room, grabbed my old baseball bat, and snarled, "You want money? I'll give you money. Let's see how you collect debt with broken legs." I just sat there, stunned. Lou couldn't see her. All he saw was a baseball bat, floating midair, and swinging wildly at him. He was so terrified he pissed himself. Literally. Dark urine spreading across his filthy jeans. He couldn't even look at the ring anymore. He just dropped a heart onto the floor, collapsed to his knees, and begged, "Please, don't kill me. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry." Lily, still invisible, picked up the diamond ring. She handed it back to me, then spat in the direction of her crawling father. "Men like him," she hissed, "should be beaten every time you see them." And she turned to me. The rage on her ghostly face faded, replaced by confusion. Was he always like that?" She asked softly. "You knew he was trash. So why did you give him money?" I couldn't answer. I just stared at the ring in her hand, my chest tightening. Lily died when she was 29. Before that, she had talked about marriage more times than I could count. But I always postponed it, always said it's not the right time. The truth was, I couldn't afford it. I was an orphan, no family, no home. My resident doctor's salary wasn't terrible, but surviving in a city like Chicago, that was another story. I knew Lily didn't care, but I did. And then, tragedy struck. I was an obstetrician. During a C-section, my patient suffered an amniotic embolism. I fought for 16 straight hours, did everything I could, but in the end, only the baby survived. I was shattered. After the surgery, my mind went blank. I stepped outside, crossing the street to grab something to eat. That's when a car hit me. The driver was the husband of the woman who died. His tires crushed both my legs. His eyes were bloodshot as he screamed through the window, "Butcher, give me back my wife. You killed her." Lily was an orthopedic surgeon at the same hospital. She operated on me herself, but it didn't matter. My legs were gone. After that, I became a monster, angry, bitter, impossible to be around. But Lily stayed. She cooked, cleaned, bathed me. She even cleaned up after me when I couldn't make it to the bathroom. And me? I never said a kind word to her. I told her to leave. "Get out. Leave me alone." I yelled every day. The truth was, I'd already given up. I was broke, crippled, my career destroyed. What kind of future could I give her? A woman like Lily deserved someone whole, someone who could make her happy. So I pushed her away. Maybe she saw right through me. Maybe that's why, to ease my mind, Lily proposed to me. With the very same diamond ring she's holding now. She knelt on one knee, right in front of my wheelchair, eyes full of love, and asked me to put the ring on her finger. She rested her head against my chest and whispered that we'd never be apart again. And me, in my anger and shame, I threw the ring away. I slapped her. "What the hell are you doing, Lily? You're 29. I shouted, my voice cracking. "You can't live without me so badly that you have to propose yourself. Don't you have any shame?" I thought she'd cry, but she didn't. She just looked up at me and smiled. A broken smile so painful it killed me on the spot. The red mark on her cheek deepened by the second. Regret hit me instantly. The slap hung in the air. Lily lowered her eyes, walked into her room, and started packing, mechanically, silently. An hour later, she came out with a suitcase. She didn't look back once. I just sat there in my wheelchair, listening to her footsteps fade down the hall. Then the sound of the door closing. I knew it was over, and maybe that was for the best. I wheeled myself into the kitchen, shut the door, and turned on the gas. Then I waited. When I woke up, I was in the hospital. A doctor told me they got a 911 call from my girlfriend. She said I turned on the gas to kill myself. They arrived just in time. I was confused. Lily had left. How could she have known? Had she never really gone? I begged the police to take me home. My hands were shaking as I dialed her number. The phone rang from inside the closet. My heart stopped. I opened the door. Lily was curled up inside, as if she'd just fallen asleep. She never left. She'd hidden there, waiting for me to calm down. But she must have drifted off from exhaustion. When the gas filled the apartment, she woke up too late. She called 911, given them our address, told them I'd turn on a gas. But she never said she was still inside. The moment I opened that closet door, I wanted to throw myself out the window. The cops held me back. "Don't," they shouted. "Your girlfriend gave her life to save you." And the diamond ring I threw away was now on Lily's finger. The memory fades, leaving me trembling in the empty apartment. Lou is gone. It's just me and her now. The diamond ring I once threw away now rests on Lily's finger. She hands it to me. I can't. I cover my face, tears finally spilling. Hot, bitter, unstoppable. "Lily," I whisper, my voice breaking. "Do you hate me?" She didn't answer right away. Instead, the air shifted. She knelt down beside my wheelchair and wrapped her arms around me. Even as a ghost, I could still feel her. The warmth of her, the softness of her cheek pressed against my back. Her voice came out like a sigh. "You already know the answer. So why are you asking?" When I got my first paycheck from the university, I withdrew all $5,000 in cash. I came home to find Lily floating lazily by the window, snacking on a bag of chips, and I dropped the stacks of money on the table. "Here," I said, $5,000. What do you want to spend it on?" Lily froze mid-bite, a faint blush brushing across her pale face. "Come on," she mumbled. "You worked hard for that." I laughed. "Look at you," I teased. "Not an ounce of ambition, huh?" She'd always been that way. She used to nag me for not buying her a proper designer bag. Later, when I got my first salary, as a doctor back then, I handed her the money and told her to go buy one. Lily was gone all morning. When she came back, she brought me a brand new Movado watch and a bag full of ingredients for my favorite pot roast. No handbag. She just said she saw her best friend's boyfriend wearing the same watch and thought he looked handsome, so she bought it for me. Not an ounce of ambition. That was Lily. Sweet, kind, selfless Lily. She should have married someone rich, live an easy life, not ended up with a cripple like me. Lily had been with me since the day she was born. I was 5 then. Her mother died from complications after childbirth, and her father, Lou, a drunk and a gambler, vanished right after. My mother, a woman with a heart bigger than the world, took Lily in. I grew up changing her diapers, feeding her bottles. We were 2 different kinds of orphans, clinging to each other just to survive. I took her to catch fireflies, swim in the old reservoir. She was always such a good kid. When she was 2, she broke her cookie in half just to share it with me. Whenever I got sick, she'd circle my bed whispering, "Drink more water, take your medicine,"
then stand on her little toes, try and pour me a glass all by herself. When I was a senior in high school, my mom passed away too. Lily was 15. She dropped out of school, started working at a greasy diner, selling handmade bracelets at the weekend market, doing anything to save money for my college tuition. Later, when I could finally stand on my own, I made sure Lily went back to school. Then I started working and supporting her. The 2 of us just kept pushing forward, barely making it. Lily always thought of me first and forgot about herself. I became an OB/GYN because I didn't want any child to grow up like Lily, without a mother. And Lily, she became an orthopedic surgeon, because once I got into a fight to protect her and ended up cracking a rib. That's just who she was. Year after year, she wore the same old coats. During Chicago's brutal winters, her cheeks would crack and peel from the cold, but she never stopped smiling, never complained once. I looked at her, hovering by the window, and suddenly it all came rushing back. "Lily," I asked softly, "did you come back because there's still something you can't let go of?" She thought for a moment, then smiled, that warm, radiant smile. "I forgot," she said. "Maybe I just wanted to stay with Sam forever." But she didn't forget, and neither did I. I remember everything. When Lily was 3, she saw a neighborhood kid playing with a Viewmaster and wanted it so badly, just to look at pictures of national parks. The next day, I scoured the neighborhood, collecting bottles and cans until I had enough money to buy her one just like it. I never wanted her to feel like she had less than anyone else. When she was 5, she wanted this sparkly pink butterfly hair clip from the convenience store. I spent a whole week catching crayfish in the creek behind our house, sold them to the bait shop, and scraped together $5, just enough to buy it for her. And then, there were her bigger dreams. Lily said she wanted to see the ocean. We grew up landlocked, never seen the sea. She wanted to stand at the edge of the Grand Canyon, She wanted to be in Times Square on New Year's Eve, to hang a wish card on the wall and pray for our happiness. I knew all of that. But back then, I was always too busy. Too busy making money. Too busy with shifts. Too busy writing research papers. I wanted to save up, to buy a house, a car, jewelry. I wanted to give Lily a real home. Every time she looked at me with those longing eyes, I'd hand her my credit card and say, "Go on without me." And she'd always shake her head. "Sam," she said, "no matter how beautiful the view is, if I can't turn around and see you standing there beside me, it doesn't mean anything." I thought life was long, that we had time. But life, turns out, is damn short. And by the time I realized that, it was already too late. After Lily died, I lost the will to live. I was like a dog with its spine broken, barely breathing. The man who crashed into us, he got life in prison for manslaughter and assault. But then his mother, this frail old woman with hair white as snow, came to my apartment. She was holding her newborn grandchild, the baby whose mother I couldn't save. She knelt in front of my wheelchair, begging me to sign the agreement, begging for mercy. "The baby already lost its mother," she sobbed, banging her head against the cold concrete floor. "Please, don't let it lose its father too." Her son cried as well, said it was a moment of rage. He apologized. He offered me $5 million in compensation, but I'd lost my wife. In the end, I took the $5 million. My testimony reduced his sentence to 5 years. I thought, if Lily were still alive, she wouldn't want a newborn to lose another parent. She loved children that much. But that money didn't last. Lily's father, Lou, the man who'd been gone for 20 years, suddenly showed up. He wanted money. He said he was her blood, said I'd killed his precious daughter, that I'd hit the gas on purpose. He threatened to put me in prison unless I paid him. Lou burned through all $5 million in Vegas, then came back for more. He took everything I had left. He kept saying I deserved it, that I was the reason she died. And maybe he was right. Maybe I did deserve it. For 3 years after Lily was gone, I lived like a ghost. I wasn't a doctor anymore. I wasn't even a man. Just ashes in a wheelchair, drowning in cigarettes, booze, and self-loathing. My days were endless inside that filthy apartment Lou had stripped bare. Some days it was instant noodles. Others a thin bowl of porridge, just enough to keep me alive. I wasted away, waiting for death to come collect me. The spicy wings Lily brought that night. That was the first real meal I'd had in half a year. And then she came back, like some debt collector from hell, demanding to spend my money. And God help me, I was happy about it. I didn't just start working again. I fought. Lily's presence, her demands, her nagging, her laughter, dragged me out of the pit. I pulled myself together. I worked overtime at the university, started writing papers again, took on consulting gigs. I made money, and with that money, I bought a prosthetic leg. After months of brutal physical therapy, sweat, pain, cursing, I finally stood up again. Lily was behind me, hovering, watching. I could feel her silence. I turned, wobbling on the new leg, and pulled her into my arms before I could stop myself. How long had it been? How long since I'd actually held her? I buried my face in her ghostly hair, breathing in a scent I thought I'd forgotten. "Lily," I whispered, my voice trembling. I can hold you again." I took her to the ocean. We drove all the way up to Maine, and she ran. She ran along the beach like a child, her faint red dress, something she imagined herself wearing, fluttering in the sea breeze. She stood ankle deep in the icy waves, picking up tiny hermit crabs. Every now and then, she'd turn and wave, holding up a starfish. "Sam, look, a starfish. There's another one over here." I sat in a folding chair, smoking, smiling, a soft, real smile, as I watched her. Then I took her to the mountains. We rode the cable car up the Rockies. The wind at the top was freezing, so I took off my oversized jacket and wrapped it around her. She nestled against me, and together we watched the first sunrise break through the clouds. The light shimmered in her eyes, soft, golden. "It's morning," she whispered. "Yeah," I said, "it's morning." I took her to the desert in Arizona. We had no tent, just 2 blankets. We lay on our backs on the dunes, staring at the cold silver moon and the rippling sea of stars across the sky. The air was dry and perfectly still. "It's so vast," she whispered, floating just above the sand beside me. "Yeah," I said. Then I started telling her stories about the Silk Road, about ancient caravans that once crossed sands like these. I don't even know where those stories came from. Maybe I just wanted to fill the silence with something other than our regrets. In the end, I took her to Alaska to see the northern lights. It was my version of those prayer flags in Tibet she'd always dreamed of. When the green and violet ribbons began to dance across the night sky, Lily clasped her hands together, almost in reverence. She just stood there, looking up, completely mesmerized. "What are you wishing for?" I asked. She smiled, eyes still on the sky. "Not telling," I teased. "You're wishing for me, aren't you? For the rest of my life to be peaceful and happy." She blinked, turned to me, surprised. "How did you know?" Of course I knew. The freezing wind whipped past us, but I didn't feel the cold. I closed my eyes and made my own wish that hers would come true. Life slowly began to fall back into place. The research paper I'd started years ago about advanced surgical techniques was finally finished and published in a major medical journal. A few days later, my department chair called me into his office. He said he'd soon be nominating me for a professorship. I wasn't a ghost anymore. I was standing on my own 2 feet. That night, Lily and I curled up on our new couch. The old one had been thrown out with the rest of the junk. We were watching some awful movie she picked. I told her about the promotion, the chance of becoming a professor. Then I told her what I'd really been thinking. "When I've saved enough," I whispered, "I'm gonna build an orphanage, just like you always dreamed." I felt her body go still beside me. When I looked over, her eyes were brimming with tears. "Is that your promise to me?" she whispered. I wrapped my arm around her. "You gotta trust me, babe. When have I ever lied to you?" A few days later, I was at my desk, going over research notes when I got a letter. A love letter from a student. It was sweet, innocent, asking if she could be with me. I was stunned. Me, a cripple. I didn't know how to turn her down without hurting her feelings. So I did what any coward would do. Stuffed the letter into a book and pretended it didn't exist. But while Lily was cleaning up my desk, a polite way to say snooping, the letter fell out. She read it. Then she turned to me, silent fury radiating off her. She slammed the letter on the desk. "What the hell is this?" I laughed, reached out to pat her head. "Come on, jealous now?" "You know She pushed my hand away and turned her back. I sighed, frustrated. "Why are you mad?" "You know She just curled up on the bed, facing the wall, ignoring me. My frustration turned to fear. That old, familiar fear she'd leave again. I went to her, my prosthetic leg still clumsy, and wrapped my arms around her. "Hey," I whispered, "I'm sorry. You know you're being silly." Suddenly, she turned around. She gave me a thumbs up, but her eyes were full of tears. "Well," she said, trying to smile, her voice cracking. "No wonder I fell for you. You're the kind of man good girls fall in love with." She looked at me, that painful smile breaking my heart. "You deserve someone good, Sam." And then I saw it. Her hand, the one holding the thumbs up. It started to fade, turning transparent before my eyes. I stepped back. "Lily, what was your wish?" I asked, panic rising in my voice. "You haven't moved on yet, have you? What was your wish?" She looked at me, tears streaming down her fading face. "My wish," she whispered, "was that you'd stand again, that you'd live well, that you'd be happy without me." I knew. Deep down, I'd always known. From the moment she showed up, joking about spending my money, I knew she wasn't real. She just wanted to pull me out of the empty pit I'd buried myself in. "Lily, my love," I cried, my voice breaking. "Don't you have any regrets? You wanted to marry me, and you never got to. Don't you regret that?" She smiled faintly, her body almost transparent now. A life without regrets would be unbearably dull. "But I can't accept this," I said desperately. She slid the diamond ring off her fading finger and placed it in my palm. It was still solid and cold. "Then propose to me," she whispered. "Ask if I'll say yes." I hesitated. If I did, maybe she wouldn't leave. But deep down, I knew Lily had been dead for 3 years. This was just a dream, and every dream has to end. Still, I was selfish. I didn't want her to go. She gave me that sad little smile. "It won't work, Sam. I've done what I came back to do. You're standing. You're living. But this is as far as I can stay. I'm sorry." I collapsed, sobbing like a madman. I'd always known she'd leave me. Finally, I took a deep breath. I knelt on my prosthetic leg and raised the ring. "Lily," I said, my voice trembling, "will you marry me? For richer or poorer, in sickness and in health." I couldn't say another word. "I will." Her eyes shone, pure, alive, just like that day 3 years ago. And then, as the ring slid on her finger, she vanished. I covered my face. If only I hadn't given up. If only I hadn't hated myself for losing my legs. If only I'd taken the ring when she offered it. Maybe now, our child will be calling us mom and dad. Years passed. My hair turned white. I built 3 orphanages, all named after Lily. I visit them often to treat the kids, to teach them to read. I've forgotten so many things, but never that year. Never that night, when I sat alone in my wheelchair, wrinkled and old. The clock struck midnight. Another spring arrived. Fireworks bloomed. People laughed, celebrated, moved forward with their lives. Everyone, except me. I was still stuck in that year. And through the mist, I saw her face again. That familiar smile. That red dress. Those eyes. She walked toward me, took my wrinkled hand in hers, pulled me close, and whispered softly, "Sam, I've been waiting for you."